This is one of the best things that I ever learned off of social media. I mean, if we turn this around, you got a little bit of gray right there.
Oh, I like it. We do that again.
All right, so when it comes to cutting big tile, you don't have to go out and purchase a big wet saw or rent one or get into that huge expense. You really can just do this all with a grinder. So these are some grinder blades that I found that were really, really affordable, and they really created a nice cut. And I would recommend something like this. You want to get multiple blades just to make sure that you could get the nice cuts that you're looking for. So these are made by Levelin. And believe it or not, you can get like a 5-pack of these for around 60 bucks, 70 bucks. They don't always promote the 5-pack, but even if you just bought one individual blade, I mean, it's under $20. So I always have a bunch of these on hand. Having a good grinder, cordless grinder, I think, you know, investing in something like a grinder and a couple of these blades is a much better investment than even a nice big wet saw. Now, if you're a contractor, all these saws just really speed up the installation. This is going to take a lot more time doing everything with a grinder, but if you're just like a DIYer doing 1 or 2 bathrooms, you know, this is what I'm trying to help you save money and not have to go out and buy all this equipment. But you have the blades, and another good thing is having some polishing pads. This is going to help hone down any small chips that you have, and even a hand sponge like this with a diamond bit or blade or sanding pad, disc pad. This will help, you know, soften any of the edges as well. So, you know, it's really about minimizing the chipping and then trying to make everything look good. Now, when you're doing bathroom floors or even the shower floor, you're gonna have wall tile covering over the edges. So even if you did have a lot of chips on the edges of your tile, it's really not gonna matter. But this is a good time to practice with the grinder, see how things are cutting for you, and then evaluate from there whether you wanna actually rent a wet saw. So let's go ahead and cut this shower floor just using a grinder, polishing disc pad, and yeah, hopefully we get some nice cuts here.
You want me to take this thing off?
Yeah. It's not perfect, but you know, you're never going to notice any of those like slight subtleties, but you know, you didn't need to buy a big wet saw just to do that. So that worked pretty dang well. And these are the important parts because this is going to be, you know, what you're going to really see here, because that's going to be right on that split. So yeah, let's go keep doing the other ones here. Okay, so you could see some little bit of chips right here. It's not much, but you can see it and I could feel it. And that's where the little grinder pad, you know, this little guy here is gonna make a world of difference. Fine tune it with a hand sander. That just takes all those chips right out of there. So that's nice and straight. I mean, fairly straight for a hand cut. But this is going to be the part that you're going to see going right down the middle of the shower. And this is right next to the drain. This one's a little bit more extreme. Okay, so you can see those chips right there. So that's what we're gonna have to clean up.
Yeah.
So that takes it all away. Got it? Okay. Perfect. Okay, so let's just take these out. Now we got these all dry fitted. Now you can see how far down I am. I'm gonna have to thread this up. Basically that entire towel layer for the most part. You can see here I basically need to raise this up all the way up to the top of that tile layer. So while the tile is just sitting here right now, it's at 5/8 of an inch. So I'm gonna make sure I raise this flange up about 5/8 of an inch. Because once I get thin set underneath of here, you know, you do kind of want to have this just about a little bit slightly above the actual drain cover. But this is, you know, this is what one thing that's a little bit troublesome with this drain is that you can only thread it out. So with a square drain, you just kind of have to set it after you get the first one before you start thin setting things down. So first I want to show you this drain. One unique thing about this drain, can you see it all right? Is this channel that's on the side of my drain. So this is what allows the water to, once it gets underneath the tile, to go down into the drain. So that's a lot nicer than a traditional weep pull system. A lot of drains that have this thread out basically just have like 4 little holes that water's coming in, but this has that channel. So that makes it a lot nicer. But now we can just go ahead and thread this up to about 5/8 of an inch. Yeah, it's probably not bad right there actually. That should work right there. Well, I would recommend making sure that you bond some thin set underneath of this drain. Just pack this underneath it here. And that's essentially just to support that drain body. All right, then the first thing you want to do is just take the flat side of the trowel and kind of work this into the pan a little bit to make sure that you have the thin set bonding well to the pan. We're using a 1/2 inch trowel here because we have such a big tile here. So you want to back butter your tiles, and you can even back trowel it as well. And I'm actually going to do that because I want to give myself plenty of thin set to be able to get this because this pan is pretty sloped. So I want to just make sure that I can take the lippage out of everything. I can already tell right now my drain is too high, so I'm gonna have to take that out. Let's try that. Yeah, that should be there. Okay, so now this one I don't have, I can be straight. So I can put a couple leveling clips here, but this one needs to be angled slightly for that water, or for everything to be angled right. So on the straight pieces, we can put a leveling clip. So wherever you can put leveling clip definitely helps out.
That was beautiful.
Yeah.
I like it.
So I hope some of those tips helped you out on tiling a shower pan with those large format tile. Now I do have a lot of other videos here on YouTube that go into installing different types of tile for a shower floor. But I just wanted to mention, if you're really serious about doing a project like this, definitely check out my course. I go through a lot more detailed explanation of all of my installations, along with easy to follow guidance on here. You don't always have to watch a 10-minute video to get all of the information. You can just briefly go through each one of my tutorials. I have pictures that kind of highlight the important aspects of this. And this towel ready pan, I tell you what, if you're a beginner, a DIYer, or even a contractor trying to speed up their process, this is one way to do it. It really is a very kind of foolproof type of system, mainly because that drain assembly is already sealed into the system. But you're more than welcome to continue to watch all my other YouTube videos. I do kind of basically have most of the same information on YouTube. I just go into a lot more detail in my course, and most importantly, you'll be able to get access to me if you need any support. You can leave a comment below any one of these tutorials, and this is where I spend most of my time focusing and helping others on their bathroom renovations. So I hope to see you in the course. I'll be more than happy to help support you. But yeah, I'll see you in the next video, and thanks so much for watching and supporting the channel.